right, so this is Fee, the single one in this group. So I'm gonna start off with our social shout outs. So social shout outs is where I shout out some of the followers that gave positive feedback from our episodes. So we have Love Be Me on IG, Mika B, and from our YouTube channel we have Cassandra Floetic, and she commented, "This show is funny and real. Kept me awake the other night at work. Thanks for the laughs."
Aww. Yeah, we love that, especially our new YouTube subscribers.
Yes.
You better
subscribe.
You better get with it.
Subscribe.
Subscribe, hit that button.
And watch us.
Yeah.
Watch us.
And comment.
And like.
And repost.
And repost. And subscribe. Okay? All right, so for this episode, we have a guest. And she's our friend.
Yes.
Hey, friend.
Hey.
Friend. Her name is Desharna, and she is a lifestyle blogger.
Yes.
She's also the photographer that took our
wonderful pictures.
Our wonderful pictures. Okay, so do you want to share about yourself? Share some more
What's your status,
inciting things.
Hey, Desharna, everybody.
Hey, girl.
Welcome her to the show.
Yes. Okay, so what's your status? Are you single, married, or is complicated?
I am single.
Team
Big
single in the house.
Big
yes, yes.
And that's fine. That's fine. 'Cause today we have a juicy topic.
Yes.
So this episode, we're gonna have the sex talk.
Let's talk about sex, baby. Y'all know I got a song every time.
Or y'all got Megan Thee Stallion, the sex talk.
Oh, yeah. Y'all went there. I was thinking birds and bees.
This episode is not for
The young ears.
The youngins, you know. Sorry, mom.
Yeah. And mama, yeah.
Right.
And aunties, y'all might need to
Uh-oh.
not listen. No, I'm just
And
kidding.
that's fine because we're grown. It's fine.
Yes.
All right, so we're gonna get into the game because y'all know I like to play these games. All right. So are you ready for this or that?
This or that.
Sex edition.
Yes.
Sex edition.
You sure you ready?
Get with this.
I'm with it.
Get
Okay,
with
y'all
that.
sound ready, so let's get
Yeah,
started.
let's go.
All right.
She said, This is a way to break you in.
Yes.
Well, it's a nice icebreaker. All right. So the episode's about sex. So, do you women prefer go to sleep sex or wake up sex?
Go to sleep sex.
Oh, you want
I
you
mean,
want to be put to bed?
I'm just saying, morning time, morning breath. I can't.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think about morning, bruh.
All that breathing.
Like if you been woke up, but, ooh.
I'm not a morning person, so I'm gonna say go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
I think you need to wake me up.
Okay.
We gotta choose one or the other.
Yes.
Can we do midday instead? After brunch?
This or that? You got two options.
I'm gonna go night.
Choose one.
Yeah, I'll take that back. I think I might want to go nighttime.
Yeah.
It might, yeah.
Cause I'm not a morning person. You try to. Well, you know.
Roll over.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I'm a guest,
No.
but can I change the game to this, that, or the other?
Yes.
Because midday sex is way better than all that.
Every
Yes.
time I make a game, I'm trying to change.
No.
No, we want to answer the question.
No, okay, I'm just
Damn,
kidding. I'm
Taylor.
just
Okay,
kidding.
go ahead.
Okay.
All right, ladies. Lights on or lights off?
Turn them off.
Woo, that was aggressive.
That was a little aggressive.
Can you explain why?
Didn't Teddy Big Red say this?
Wait,
Turn off the lights.
So-
it says the mood when the lights are off.
Yeah, I think lights off. If I had a preference, lights will be off. Definitely, yeah. Oh, maybe a low light.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Not all the way
candles
off.
lit
Yeah, or
or
something like that.
And so it can't
dim.
be pitch black.
It can't be pitch black.
My eyes bad. I need to be able to see something. So yeah, I think maybe a low light. If you give me a low light.
I'm gonna say off.
Wait, what did you say, Desharna?
I'm gonna say low light.
You gonna say low?
Yeah.
See, said this or that, but it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Off.
Off. Yeah.
I'm follow directions.
All right. So next, love sex or hate sex. Now, hate sex could be makeup sex.
Ooh, that's what you mean? Makeup sex?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So
I'm
either
gonna
y'all are
say-
in a good and loving mood, or y'all just had some type of disagreement, and now you're making up and having sex.
Makeup sex.
Really?
Yeah. I think it brings a little good aggression to the table.
You
So-
know, I'm staying love.
Our little hopeless romantic over
I'm
here.
staying love. You know, that love though, that passion, those emotions, the good emotions come out. You just want to make
Yeah.
love.
I sound like you're reminiscing.
Right? Look,
sis.
is she shitting?
Listen, she's definitely shimmying. I'm a hopeless romantic, but I'm gonna have to say hate sex because I don't think I had any love sex that make me shimmy. Like he doing over here.
I know, right?
Oh,
She is shimmying.
I gotta ask you why though. Why hate sex or why makeup sex?
Because first of all, if we are making up, that means we already have some feelings towards each other and we're ready
Okay.
to put some emotions into it. You know, like I think love sex could just be like a just reminder of what you already have. But then like if you have some stronger emotions that you just don't normally show during sex and that comes out through, you know, that hate/makeup sex, it just, you know,
You can be in
heats
love
up
and be aggressive too.
I know, but I'm just saying that's not
In that
naturally.
moment, in
yes,
that moment.
you know, when you're in love, it's not naturally. The sex is just not naturally aggressive. You know, it's just sweet and intimate, and
Not necessarily.
I'm just saying, normally on like when you normally have sex, it's
Mhm.
not always aggressive. But when you got something to prove because y'all done fell out or y'all done had some words and y'all trying to get back together, you know what I'm saying?
Get
Right.
that old thing back.
That's my opinion.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
I'm just saying.
Let me see.
All right.
See, okay.
In the bed or on the couch?
How big is the couch?
See, I like countertops and stuff.
Ooh, child. No,
Wait a minute,
I know when I
that-
come to your house.
But
Not eating chicken sandwich
and first of all, wait a minute. That wasn't the option.
Okay.
That's the other.
because couch.
Sometimes the couch can be uncomfortable though.
Nah, couch.
That's why I said it depends on how big your couch is.
I love
Is it a
couch.
sectional or is it like a standalone sofa?
Sectional.
Okay, so we can
You know, those
Something
chase
different.
part and stuff, you know.
yeah.
See, that kind of just, I think the two places determine like the spontaneity of it. Like if you on the couch more than y'all either watching TV,
Spontaneous,
some came in, you
Yeah.
know, somebody came home or something went down that way. That's probably, I think I would go with couch.
Yeah, me too.
Couch.
I think we all said.
I mean, because bed could be boring sometimes. Like, I mean, not boring, but you know what I'm saying?
you
Like,
want to
just
spice it up a little.
spice it up.
Yeah.
The bed can be boring.
Yeah.
You can, you know, just give me some places now.
He said the couch.
I know. I was like, wait a minute, that wasn't the option, sis. And
On the dryer.
right,
On the washing machine doing the tumble cycle.
and I'm like, Deshauna.
On the
Deshauna
tumble
said, I ain't in your chicken salad.
Ain't gonna be your house. Okay.
Oh, y'all funny.
Let's go.
Okay, moving on. Are you the dominant one or the submissive one?
Ooh,
It depends
Yeah,
on
it
the mood.
depends. Yeah.
it really does.
It really
depend on
does
the
depend.
mood.
Doing that, I hate you. I'm definitely the dominant one.
Yeah, if I've been popping off to you all day,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like I got a point to prove when I get to the house, and I might be the dominant one. But you know, I think it's best when you know how to play between
Yeah.
the both. Like you can't always be the dominant one. I think sometimes it's just gonna
You
take.
can take turns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can.
Sharing is caring.
But if we had to choose.
If I had to choose, I think I might be more submissive than dominant. I'm not saying that I'm not, but I think. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a hard one, sis.
Are you the dominant one, or are you the submissive one?
I think I'm more submissive too.
I think the majority is submissive.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
And that's crazy too, but I mean, I just think that's how most women made. Because most women aren't the initiators.
Yeah.
So, I mean, unless you're an initiator, I think that's probably, if you initiate,
Yeah.
you know, most of the time, then you probably would be.
What you, sis? You dominant.
Dang.
Don't
Okay,
don't
so
ask
before
and
I-
answer.
She the dominant one.
That was rhetorical. You don't
Before I
get it.
answer, before I answer, why did you say that? Why did you say I'm the dominant one?
Because between you and your husband, I think you're definitely the dominant one.
I think we take turns.
Yeah.
We take turns.
Sharing is caring.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on. Quickie or all night long?
Quickie.
Sometimes that quickie be necessary. I don't
Yeah.
want to be all night.
If
no
we gotta
hour,
go to work
2 hours
in the
Listen,
morning.
I'm tired.
I don't have Megan Thee
sweating.
Stallion needs.
Yeah.
Right. Get a Charlie horse. Cramp in my thighs.
That's too much.
Y'all all say quickie?
Quick.
Yes.
Preference, not all the time.
Preference, yeah.
Yeah.
And what's
Get it
considered a
in.
long time?
Get it out.
This all night long was the other.
No, I can't do no all night.
Okay.
I'm ready to roll over.
Sunrise.
Because that sex is exercise.
Right.
Cardio.
That's a
Today with
workout.
my rings on my Apple Watch and stuff.
That's a workout.
Cardio. All
Yes.
the things. You said I can't do. Yeah, I think I'm picking the quickie. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
We got responsibilities. We ain't got time to. I mean, like we got to get up and go to work in the morning
That's
and all
what
that
I'm
other
saying.
stuff.
You want to
Like,
play
Got
and
responsibility.
you know.
Last example. Good sex for the rest of your life or $2 million right now. And I got this from you. I got this from you
$2
earlier.
million right now.
Or good sex for the rest of your life.
I'm going
have-
for $2 million,
yeah.
Alex.
I'm gonna have good sex for the rest of my life.
Because first of all,
But it's
okay
just a
sex
fact.
and $2 million.
I can pay for good sex for $2 million. Shoot.
No, but those aren't the
Wait, no,
options.
just kidding. That's illegal.
The options. I know you.
I hate to say that.
Yeah. No, we'll cut that out.
Oh my God.
Can you like this?
Wait a minute. No, I'm
Wait,
just-
okay, so
No,
Sophie, you said good sex for the rest of your life.
No, I'm picking the
$2 million.
$2 million.
$2 million right now.
$2 million right now, absolutely.
You're not thinking about the rest of your life?
I can get good sex though.
No,
You
that's
have-
not the option. The option, I mean, the choices are.
All sex you're gonna have is gonna be bad for the rest of your life.
No,
Not
no.
necessarily.
Well, see, she didn't say bad.
It can be
That's
okay.
why
I would say good.
It says
Good
good.
sex for the rest of your life or $2 million.
So,
That's
okay.
fine sex.
I'm taking okay sex and $2 million, Alex.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm taking that. I'm trying to be a
Wait,
millionaire.
listen, first of all, if I got $2 million, I mean, we can have okay sex and still have a good time.
good
'cause I
time.
got $2 million.
Right.
Right.
Agreed.
Okay.
Agreed.
So y'all trying to get paid right now.
Yes.
And that's fine.
Yes.
That's,
That's right. Yes. Yes.
that's
You
fine.
know what I could do with $2 million right now?
Listen,
What
change
you
my
do to
whole
me
life.
right now?
I could pay off these student loans, number one, which is my only debt, and pay my house off and invest in that, make more income. You know what I'm saying? I could be straight, living good,
Traveling.
traveling, eating good.
Plus, to be honest, I think I'm pretty good at pleasing myself.
Oh,
Yeah, y'all weren't ready for that one.
oh
I am
wasn't-
too.
I
So-
wasn't ready to receive that.
It's well.
Oh.
So I'm just
Yeah, me
saying.
and
Well, I mean, it's natural.
Okay.
We talking about it. Are we not talking about it?
It's natural to want to be pleasured. It's
Yeah.
our what's it called? Anthropological right.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Taylor done dropped a SAT word of the day on Saturday.
Yes.
She dropped one the last episode.
She's
Now
like-
she dropping one this episode.
She's gonna bring it. She's gonna throw it in.
Okay.
You will be educated.
You will be educated. Okay.
You're gonna get this education in this podcast.
Okay.
Okay, on another note, moving on. So, according to sciencealert.com,
There she goes.
the percentage of American adults not having sex has reached a record high. Now, mind you, this is an article that was published in the Washington Post in April of this year.
Okay.
Okay? So, the share of U.S. adults reporting no sex in the past year reached an all-time high in 2018, underscoring a 3-decade trend line marked by an aging population and high numbers of unattached people.
Repeat that.
That's
A high number of unattached.
Unattached people.
What does that mean?
It's
Not married.
It's complicated.
So people are not having sex because of that. It's complicated. People are unsure of what they want. Like, is that why?
Well, let me keep going.
Yeah, break that down.
So, but among the 23% of adults, or nearly 1 in 4, okay? So
Mhm.
23% of adults, or 1 in 4 people, 1 in 4 adults, they spend 1 year in a celibate state,
Ooh,
right?
the hand will go up. Fee's hand is going up right now.
And
That
ain't
hand
nothing
goes
wrong with
up
that.
every episode. For some reason.
Okay, 1 in 4 say a much larger than expected number of them were 20-something aged men.
Oh man, is waiting out there?
Listen.
Where they at though?
They waiting out there?
No, it doesn't say
It
they're
does
waiting.
not
It
have
says that
sex.
they're not having sex.
They're waiting. They're withholding.
That's because they ain't met me.
Oh, wait a minute now.
Mhm.
Do we need a drink to this?
Okay, well, my question is, why do you think that people are not having sex?
There's many factors. It could be religious reasons. Some people
Sure.
are waiting until they get married, or if not marriage, wait until they actually meet a man that they can commit to. Secondly, I feel like, it's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of STDs, a lot of that going on. And from what Kenya told me, a lot of people don't wear condoms. So
She said Kenya told her.
Why she gonna say that?
I
Why
didn't
did she
say
say
that. Like, I didn't say I said. I was told.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm just saying, but
Right.
it's not a lie. There are people that prefer not to wear condoms. You know what I'm saying?
But that
So,
doesn't mean that's not why they're not having sex. Oh, you just
like
saying
I
that's the reason why
said,
the
as far as
STDs.
STDs. So
Yeah, I
those
think
are
that's
probably my top two. It can be you just are not trying to rush sex. You are out here dating with a purpose. You're trying to actually meet somebody of substance, and you're withholding from that. Or it could be, people don't want to risk their lives because people are not honest about their status.
I'm just wondering if like too much sex is boring. Now, and what I mean by boring is like people not wanting to just have like meaningless sex.
Yes.
Like if
Yes.
some people just may want the intimacy.
Yeah.
And if that's not part of it, then
They don't want it.
So I think it all depends on the connection with the other person, and if they have connection with somebody that they're just willing to just like lay up with.
Yeah, I like that too. I like that because people don't want to have just meaningless sex too. They, like she said, they want to have a connection. They want to feel something.
And I think too, as women, sometimes like if you're maybe single, I think even single women, like they got backups. They got the person that they gonna go to. That's
One
gonna be
possible.
yes.
Okay,
Like
babe.
they have that person that they're gonna go to. When they want their needs to be met, and sometimes you just get comfortable with that person,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and you just don't have sex with a lot of people.
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
Yeah,
What you think,
What you-
Shay? Yeah, you quiet now. You
Come
don't
on,
shut it
Deshaun.
down a little bit.
our cup empty.
Isn't it? That's crazy. Look at that. Who drank my wine? I meant water. It's hard for me to relate to that question because I had less sex in a relationship than I had single.
That's another thing. Sometimes,
So-
like, yes.
So you was in a relationship and y'all was not having sex a lot.
Like you said,
just
it's-
normal relationships.
it's a intimacy thing,
Okay.
and we were having problems. So at this point, like I'm not. If you bring that thing over here and touch me with it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Okay, now that you said that, how often do you guys think that you should be having sex?
When you're in a relationship?
Well, if that's your
Decide.
preference.
I think it depends on the person's sex drive.
Yeah.
But okay, so if you're in a relationship, I
Mhm.
think healthy
Like at least three times a week.
Yeah, for
At
sure.
least.
At
minimum.
least, yeah.
3 times a week.
Yeah. 7 days a week.
But I could see how like being married, because I was engaged, and being like if you're in a marriage or you're staying with someone and you have children and you have all these responsibilities, like 3 times a week seems like a okay number, but sometimes like it has to be scheduled because you have things to do and places to be. Somebody may travel for work. I mean, you just have all a lot of factors going on, but definitely, I don't know. I'm like this, Shauna. Like if you're having emotional problems, that some people, because women, we're really emotional, and so sometimes we just need to be connected before we gonna just have sex.
yes, yes.
But I think in a relationship, 3 times a week is.
What you think, Tay?
Child, I'm busy.
Oh,
I am. Like, I got a full-time job. I got a part-time job. I got this podcast. I got family. I got trips coming up.
but you gotta make time for that.
I mean, three times a week is not that bad. I would say like we're really good at like twice, sometimes 3.
Well, I just thought about it, but to the listeners, Taylor is gonna celebrate her 1-year anniversary on October 7th.
Yay! We made it, milestone.
I feel like we've been married for 12 years already.
Don't be that old couple already.
Yeah, don't come on, y'all.
We already the old.
Don't settle into the old couple. Don't settle into the old couple already.
We already there.
She said
Well,
we
y'all can have
already
a
there.
good weekend and reconnect and
Right.
just chill.
Okay. So moving on, because Kenya, you said something about scheduled sex. So do you prefer spontaneous sex or scheduled sex?
That's spontaneous.
Yeah, spontaneous.
Yeah.
Spontaneous?
Yeah,
Yeah.
spontaneous.
I think, definitely fine.
Yeah.
I'm not saying things wrong with scheduled sex, especially if you've kind of talked it up and, you kind of excited because on Wednesday it's going down, you
Yeah.
know. But,
Yeah.
I like
The thrill, the anticipation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that comes more with spontaneous sex.
Yeah, I agree.
What takes the sexy out of planned sex?
The plan.
No, yeah, that's the plan. That's enough.
It's expected, like it's no thrill, it's no excitement. It can be like it's something for us to do instead of it's like, oh, when it's spontaneous, like, oh, we can.
Yeah. It feels like a task, like like you said, to-do list.
You and these shows.
Yeah, it can
Checking
be
it off.
a to-do list exactly. And
Take out
it's
the
not-
trash.
Yes, yes.
Some people like
Check.
to do lists.
Yeah.
Walk the dog.
Check. Yeah.
I mean, but like if you have a busy schedule or if you have children, like I feel like you have to plan.
Yeah, it gives you something to look forward to.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
really definitely does. I mean, but if I had to choose, it's definitely spontaneous. Like schedule, I don't think there's anything wrong with schedule sex. Let me say this. I think too, for healthy relationships, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
And if it has to be scheduled, it needs to. I mean, schedule it then. Put it
Yeah.
on the schedule. I was watching Black Love and what's her name is Sally and the guy that played Robert from The Cosby Show. They're married. I don't.
Oh yeah, I can't. Yeah.
So she was saying that some of their sex has to be scheduled. She said because after, like, if it's been like, I guess because they're both actors and they're traveling or whatever for work. She said if it's been 10 days, he looking like, okay, like, and she's like, okay, come on, let's get it in. She said, but it doesn't take away, like, if it's still good,
Yeah.
whether it's scheduled or not, it just doesn't take away from the moment. She said, but she know, like, he can't go past 10 days.
Okay.
She already knows her husband, and she knows that, look, she got to do what she got to do.
And
She
that's
might
good,
not
too.
want to, but she said that's just the give and take that they have in their
Okay.
in their
Yeah,
marriage.
that's good.
Okay. Well, moving on. Is being tired a good enough reason not to have sex?
Nah, sis.
I don't think that's a good enough excuse.
I mean, we tired. Like, I'll be at my desk,
I'm
yawning at
tired.
work.
Yeah,
Like, you know,
I'm
but
tired.
Just,
But you still gotta get it done.
but this is still, you still gotta
Well, all y'all said quickie, so if y'all tired, y'all just
Get that,
yeah,
Yeah,
let's go.
it's go time. Then
Go.
get mine.
Yes.
You better get
Yes.
yours. No, I don't think
Yes.
you can't use that as an
Yeah, it's not an
excuse.
excuse.
What excuse can you use though?
I don't really have an excuse not to receive sex.
I mean,
What?
what excuse can you use? Is there
Now-
is there a good enough excuse?
I
that you
don't
use?
think so, actually. Oh,
Yeah.
I just got waxed today.
Yep, you cannot have
You
sex.
can't have
after
sex and then you
get
get waxed. Then the next morning.
I mean, some people do, but
I'm
not-
gonna say, wait a
you're not
minute. That's
supposed
kind
to.
of
You're not
different.
supposed to.
Yeah, okay.
pores are open.
yeah, your
anyway.
pores are too open. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the only other excuse to
That's
not
it.
have sex is if you're not emotionally connected anymore. You
Yeah.
just don't want to.
Yeah.
If they're still drawn to you,
But that's
you
not
don't-
an excuse.
Yeah, that's just a reason.
That's a
Yeah,
reason.
that's a reason.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
guess
not
there is no
really an
excuse.
Like if you're dealing with a guy that has like low libido and he's like honest and he tells you like he's just not, his urges are not as strong, is that a good enough reason?
no, because they have pills. For that.
Honestly,
Fix
She
that.
didn't put
forget that. Pills. There's
that
other
on
deficiencies.
Viagra.
I mean, you know, that's
Throw the whole man away. Like,
Oh, what
She a mess.
So if his libido doesn't match yours,
Yeah.
we're not equally yoked, sir.
ooh.
That's,
But
that's
listen,
very
though-
realistic though, because when you're in a relationship for years and years and years, you're not gonna have good sex the entire time.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. And that's, I feel like at that point you gotta spice it up. You gotta just do something.
Break the pattern.
The way you said that, though.
Yeah, so you gotta break.
Cause she knows.
You gotta break the pattern.
You gotta break your pattern.
You gotta break your pattern.
You gotta break your pattern.
All right. Okay. So how do you handle it if you have a bigger appetite than your partner?
Ooh.
So like,
Because that happens too.
Yeah, let me tell you
In a long-term
something.
Tell us.
relationship.
Because I think I've talked to Fee about
Tell
this,
us.
and I know that I'm the veteran out of the group. I'm older. When you hit, and I'm gonna say about, I think I read it's about 35 to
35.
36.
Yep.
You're gonna hit your sexual peak.
I can't wait.
Okay.
When I tell you, it is no joke. It really is no joke. And sometimes you feel like a dog in heat. But it is so true.
Wait a minute.
I'm not lying. Listen to me. I think that I have, like, my libido is very high, and it's due to, like, I think I hit mine later than 36, maybe around 30, 38. And it's just no joke.
Yeah.
It really is no joke. And if you're not with somebody who can, who's ready for that, they might just think you might be
Look crazy.
a little deaf,
Yeah.
crazy. But I mean, it's hormonal. You just really cannot help it, and you can't explain it.
Yeah, I have a girlfriend. She's in her 40s too, and she said the same thing. When I hit like 35 and up, I just was
Yeah.
I've heard that
Want it.
before.
get in.
I mean, you can tell it's a reason why, like, a lot of older women deal with younger guys, because once they hit that sexual peak, like, you might be turning somebody's son out now. I'm just trying to tell you.
Somebody's son.
Me, somebody's son.
Somebody's son.
So can you be like in a loving and lasting relationship if you're not pleased by your partner?
Just speaking for myself, I don't know. I don't think so.
No?
I mean, there's got to be some strong love there.
But we just talked about,
But-
Taylor just said it's not going to be good sex all the time.
But pleasing doesn't mean sex, though.
It-
doesn't
okay.
always mean sex.
Okay.
I feel like if he's going to have to know what it takes to get me there
okay.
and to please me. He's going to have to know that.
Yeah.
And we got to have some strong
So that
love.
that just has to be what communicated. But you can be with somebody that if the sex is not good because y'all didn't
No,
know.
I ain't
Well-
about to be with nobody else.
Well, I'm
You
saying
speak
if,
for yourself on that one, sis.
but you're not gonna have great sex.
I ain't saying it
every
has to be
single time.
great, but it has to at least be good.
Okay,
And
but I'm saying like Taylor, what if his libido is low? What if he can't come?
Listen,
And y'all,
things change.
yeah, things
Looks
change.
fade.
Like you have to
Things
have
change.
something more than sex in a relationship, though. Yeah, sex is great, is good, but at some point when you're 70, 80, 90 years old, you ain't gonna be pumping.
yes,
like
some
that.
people do. do you not understand the STD rates in nursing homes because
Oh yeah.
all
I
folks
heard that.
likes to get it in? They like to get it in.
I get that, but
I'm gonna be one of them. I'm just saying.
I cannot.
Honestly,
Hey, y'all
Go
get your
ahead, Deshaun.
I feel like we have to be on the same page sexually at the very beginning. Once I'm in love, sex doesn't matter as much. But if I'm not in love with you and we try 1 or 2 times and I ain't feeling it, you don't exist. Bye.
You couldn't
Like,
love.
you don't exist. Sorry.
Bye.
Don't be texting me. Oh, I miss you. Yeah.
So you're saying, wait a minute, let's
okay,
go back to what
okay, go
Deshauna
ahead, go
said,
ahead.
because Deshauna said that once she's in love, it doesn't mean, it's just not a big factor for you?
It's not as big of a factor. Like, I would say, like, sexual attraction or just physical attraction, that's a lot more important at the beginning. And then, like, once I'm in love, I feel like that is
Faith?
number one.
Sex ain't better than love.
Hey,
I
that's
don't
what Trey,
know.
the Trey song say that? Sex ain't better than
That ain't me
love.
singing this time. That ain't me. That's interesting. That's interesting that she says that, because
I mean,
I
that's
don't
how I saw
know.
my last
I
relationship.
think, but see, I really
Because you
believe
loved
though.
it.
I
Yeah.
believe that's
Yeah,
what
you loved
happens in marriages though. That's why I'm thinking, because like you feel like you love them, and so sex just. I'm not saying it become like you put on the back burner, but it isn't as yeah. I mean, y'all ain't doing it as much because y'all in love and you just feel like. But I just don't think that's, to me. I just don't think that's enough. That's just me.
Okay, so how do you tell your partner if it's not good?
Oh, buddy. Okay, so I gotta-
Well, we talked about this,
yeah.
and Taylor has a good method of the 5-to-1 rule. Explain that.
Yes, if you
Because I was saying, do you say but or however in the sentence?
somebody's
She
like,
say no. It's
yeah, it's neither.
it's neither.
Yeah, because Facebook, if you haven't watched our Facebook Live, you need to check that
Instagram
out.
Live.
Yeah, and our Instagram Live.
So
But
I
you-
think Taylor has the most reasonable response.
Oh my God.
But wait a minute, Taylor. That 5-to-1 rule gonna work during this?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, it really
Go for it.
It really depends on your relationship, because I can be very transparent and very direct. Like, I know my partner. I know his triggers. I know what sets him off.
Mm-hmm.
But the 5-to-1 rule is basically like in a crucial conversation, you are saying 5 positive things to 1 negative thing. And you can dress it up, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to say the negative first and then praise them 5 times after, or if you would like to, praise them 5 times and then say the negative.
Sprinkle it in the middle.
Or, I prefer a little sandwich. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, I like to put my negativity in the middle. And sometimes it's not even really negative. It's just constructive, honest criticism.
Yeah.
So, but it's followed by
Positive.
positive.
Yeah, that's good. I'm going to use that skill.
Yeah.
She said we're gonna
It
use
does
this
take
skill.
practice, because, when emotions are
Rise.
rising, you go, straight for the jugular sometimes.
Yeah.
So it definitely
I
takes some
like
practice.
that. So I think that's a good way to.
I've never had
Okay.
that kind of conversation
I just
before.
think, like, for a guy, because they are prideful,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a shot to the ego
Yeah, it's
when you
gonna be
start
hard.
talking to them about, like, their performance in the bedroom. But like Taylor said, you definitely have to know your partner.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And know what type of person he is. Okay, so the reason why this is crazy, because I've had a conversation with someone recently,
Mm-hmm.
and she isn't being pleased in the bedroom, and this is her husband.
Okay.
Okay.
So Okay, so I think the biggest thing is though, you know, once you've had really good sex, it's kind of hard to not see that or not know what it feels like. So when you have okay sex, you're gonna always compare it to that. So the other person that comes in already is a disadvantage because you know you're just comparing them to someone else that they don't. I mean, it's not fair. So, but with her situation, I kind of just told her like, I think it's best if y'all take a piece of paper and y'all start writing down. We're gonna tap into what really, you know, really turns us on, really, you know, gets us going, and write those things down and switch your list. So that way you don't have to vocally say it, but he's now aware of the things that you need in the bedroom, like, and then y'all can talk about it then, and then it kind of gives it a little buffer from just him reading it instead of you saying it, because I think that's just the hardest thing, to actually say what it is. So,
or like if they're in the act, can she like not express, but like be the dominant one and do what she enjoy? You know what I'm saying? Like, can she?
that's hard to tell during the
No,
time,
I'm not
you
saying
know?
tell them, but she can like position herself, or you know,
I like it when you do.
I like, or
that.
it's like, hey babe, do like, you know, I mean, just.
But what if it's not just even about positions? What if it's just about the approach to it, like the way that it's initiated? Like if he's not as aggressive to her as she would want him to be. Like if it's just sweet, gentle, touch me like this type
But that's
of
what I'm
sex.
saying. Why don't she just
That's
be the
kinda
dominant
hard.
one and just grab him and be like, come at me? Like, you gotta like do that sometimes.
It's a difficult conversation.
It is a difficult conversation.
Instead of saying it, she can show it herself. Like,
I feel, but my opinion, like I feel like men are intuitive too, and sometimes they can tell. Like
Yeah,
they,
sometimes they don't care. They just care about getting theirs.
Thank you. That's what
Yeah.
I don't know if they can tell.
They always get theirs, but
That-
sometimes get ours.
that too, but sometimes they can tell.
well, and it goes back to communication. Like when you're having these conversations, when you're getting to know the person initially, you talk about sex and say what you like. Say what you prefer. I like it when I like dirty sex texts. That's sexy. Like just say what you like and work that in the mix.
My
Whenever
husband
y'all.
does that. Like
I like that. When you
Yeah.
talk, when
Yeah.
I'm at work and I'm receiving beat. Can't even focus. I'm ready to leave at 2:30.
that anticipation.
You know,
Huh?
it's a long-
That's
that-
Like just little stuff like that to like spice it
Yeah.
up. Like
And again, know your partner. Because I know
And know
like,
your
my husband
partner.
is very vocal. Like anything, when I say he will say anything, and sometimes I don't, like I don't be ready.
Yeah. I think you can get ready.
I don't. I be like, oh, okay, babe. That's how you feel.
Yeah.
Can we talk about this another time? You know what I'm saying?
communication is important. Like you have to say
Yeah.
what you like.
I think it's important to like talk about sex when you're in a relationship. Like when you're dating, you know you're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
'Cause that's sometimes where
Right.
you know he's hinting around, but when you're in a relationship, sex talk.
So Deshauna mentioned it. I mean, like, you know, if y'all were having problems, did you have those conversations? How do you have those conversations?
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's like we're in the act, and he down there exploring, I'd be like, ooh, yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, okay.
So now you
You're
know.
responding.
I like that right there.
right there.
Yeah, don't go to the other side. Go to this side.
Right
Stay
there.
right here.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
Move
men
his head over.
Yeah.
they definitely need to pay attention to that, because when you say "oh right there," like I
I'm
literally
telling you.
mean like stay
Stay
right there.
Whatever
Yes.
you're doing, do that. Like
Yes.
that's literally. But I feel like I didn't have those conversations in that relationship. But I have had those conversations like before.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you just flirt,
Yeah.
oh yeah, what do you like to do? You know.
Yeah.
I've had that, but
Like-
after it's said and done, I
Well, I
can't be
think
like,
flirting
ooh.
is such a big thing. I think like
Oh, I
even-
love
even-
flirting.
Oh, there she goes.
There
Shake
she
it
goes.
up, shake it.
Shoulders.
Yeah, I wish I could see her.
Ooh,
Like,
I don't see her.
I
Yeah.
love that's sexy.
Yeah.
Like just stuff like that. Like
Or you know, like when you act like you don't know
Know
him,
him.
yes, and you get just like, oh, I saw this really cute, and you describing him or
Yes.
whatever.
Chocolate.
Yes, yes.
I like to. I'm gonna tell you what I like. I like to talk trash.
oh, you a nasty one.
Ooh, trying to come on that chair.
you
See?
nasty girl. I knew
Yeah.
she get
You
down.
said you
Oh
said
my
she was the
God.
dominant one. You did
Listen,
say
y'all
that.
not about to
Nasty.
single me out like
But
this.
not
Something nasty.
talk trash. Yes, that's
I
what
mean-
Rihanna said.
Okay,
Okay,
talk trash.
Talk dirty to me.
Yes.
Wow, we literally like be talking shit.
I like
Yes,
that.
you got it. Sometimes you just need it.
yeah.
Yeah, she said. Yeah.
We both have smart mouths though.
Yeah,
Mm.
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like somebody who can match my my
Yes.
snap
We
talk.
both have
Yes.
like for people who don't know us, like when we be in public, like I know people be looking at us like, dang, are they happy? Because that's
This how you talk to each
this is
other.
how we talk to each other. Okay, so far we've talked about our expectations, what we like to receive, and all that on our part. But let's flip over to the other side. So, has anyone ever told you that you are horrible in bed?
Never.
Wow.
Never.
What's
I
that?
still got him texting me now, honey.
Child.
I want to see you. I bet you do.
Them
Right.
shoulders is shimmying tonight.
Never.
You hear me?
I ain't never heard that in my life
Y'all.
since I've been out here. I ain't never heard.
You know what's crazy though?
Never,
I've
never,
talked to
never.
a male and
Yeah,
he said,
Okay, with y'all. Let me get these two together.
She was on my nerves.
Can you tell the story?
What story?
The guy years came back talking about some fun.
Listen, not gonna do it. You won't do it tonight. Won't do it to me. But I'm just saying, like,
Y'all are a trip.
never. Like,
Never.
just unforgettable.
Never.
Unforgettable.
Unforgettable. You are.
Yes. Yeah.
Never.
But this is the thing. You ask a guy, like, what's bad
I
sex?
was about to say that,
And they gonna
yeah.
tell you, like, the number one thing is, like, dryness. So I think that
That's when you
I
gotta
think
get lubricant.
it's just hard for, let's just be honest, if you're not, okay, there are only a few ways that a woman can have bad sex. The number one is what I said. Number two is she's just like laying there. She's not
No.
doing anything.
The
like
only
she-
time I've had
Starfish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like starfish, or like if you saying crazy, awkward type of stuff, maybe during, I think that
Yeah.
might turn a guy off. But like for women, I just don't think it's like a lot that they can really have.
But you've had bad sex, but nobody has told you that you were bad sex. I've had bad sex.
I think
I've had bad sex, but it wasn't
most
because of me. It was
It was
male.
because of him,
That's what I'm
yeah.
telling
Penelope
y'all.
always
It's never gonna-
performs, okay?
Oh,
Penelope.
she got a name.
She got it.
Penelope that P. Hey, because I don't know if I can say it. Out loud. But
She
she
got a
always
name for
performs.
it. That's
My
But-
bad sexual experience was with a guy who was too large.
Oh.
He was extremely large.
trying to get your hysterectomy, wasn't it? I don't need you up in my tonsils, sir. No, that place you are not allowed. Like that,
But
trying to take your service.
he
up.
was too large, and it was only two positions you can do, from the side or from the back. When he's that large, and I was
Oh,
dry with him.
you don't try the back part now. Don't do the back if he too big.
You start from the side, then you gradually shift
No. Look at you.
and get on your
See your movements. This is have been priceless.
I'm
Yeah,
very priceless.
I'm not with the 9-inch teen 9 inches. I'm not with that. Give me a strong.
You know what I call it? A PSD. You know what a PSD is?
What's that?
A porn star D.
Mhm.
I don't want that.
Keep it away.
I don't want it.
Shoot.
It's too much.
Average
Anyway.
works, you know. I feel like I can have more fun.
Yeah, I think.
And I feel like
Average
a star.
is key.
I feel like I can do all this.
Yes, you can do
Woo,
all.
other stuff.
Rashana over here fluffing out her hair, feet and shimmying shoulders. Yeah, but see, I think the average size guys don't understand how
Y'all
we
winning.
appreciate.
Advantage.
Y'all
They're
winning.
winning.
We
They're winning.
appreciate a good average size.
A 6 to 8 is good with me. 7 and up.
Wait, you
I'm
said
sorry. 9 and up.
She been drinking things. She's
Yeah.
6 to 8 and
It's
7.
too much.
Okay.
But people be praising like larger penises, but it's not. It's not it. It's not.
Yeah, I mean, Ooh. Yeah, I think it takes a while for your body to
get used to it. Yes,
and
yes.
sometimes
I ain't trying to do all that.
I don't like
Yes.
it. Yeah, I don't like. I'm good. Mm-mm.
Because after a while, you're just trying to please him.
Yes,
And
exactly.
you're not, because you're just so worried that, like,
It's mental. You
I
trying
feel
to
like you,
Yeah.
am I going to be at my OBGYN the next day? Check me and make sure I got everything.
Right.
You didn't toe up my uterus.
Oh,
Child.
well, okay, I gotta go back. So back to the question I asked before. Has anyone ever told you that you were horrible in bed? Everybody at the table said never.
Yeah.
Unanimously.
But like, that's that's what's happened for you so far. But what if you were like on the other side of that? Like, what if he was telling you? What if he was communicating to you that he thought that you were horrible or that you weren't?
I know
as
he's
good?
lying.
How would you take that?
But do
How
do
about
men
that?
really say? Do men really say?
They just move on. I think they just move on. If
Yeah.
it's bad, I just think they're going to move on. And I'm hoping after this episode, when nobody hit me, it was like, girl, let me tell you.
Don't you believe me?
No, that
But
you
would
have
you be
it.
able to receive that
Yeah.
criticism? Like,
Sure
would you-
will. I mean, I just don't
But
ever
what
expect
is
it, but
defined as bad sex?
I just told you for a female what it is.
Just the large for me.
No,
it's
I'm
not
just saying, like, if
Dry
someone told
and
you
you.
that your sex was bad, I just think that those are the reasons that you could have bad sex from what I said. But I don't know, if someone told me, I'm gonna say, why was it bad? Like, I need you to give me some reasons, and then if I can dispute these reasons, then you done lied.
She got
I was like, no, he lied for real. That's
Yeah,
it.
you gotta prove a
I
case.
rebuke that.
You gotta,
No,
you
Yeah.
gotta prove a
we
case.
ain't talking about me.
Mm-mm.
Next.
But how would you feel if someone told you though? How would you feel?
I don't feel like that would ever happen. Only because
Yeah.
when I've spoken to males about sex, they were like, it's almost impossible to have bad sex.
That's what I'm
Literally,
trying
a
to tell
vagina
you.
is a tight, like moist place. I can stick my thing in any tight moist place is gonna feel good. Literally, so it's like impossible to have bad sex.
If you're listening, like,
That's what coming from a male.
well, just keep it PG. But comment and let us know what is going on. Like, what do y'all?
Yeah,
No,
what
listen.
is
If you've had bad sex, under our Instagram when we post this, we need thumbs down. And then if you've had good sex, but yeah, you got to give us some reason for your thumbs down.
But I agree with Deshauna. It's like for
So
men,
keep it PG.
Yes, please.
for men, it'll be harder for them to have bad sex unless you just laying there and you're not
Starfish.
interactive. But for women, I think
Yeah.
we have more bad sex than men do because
Yes.
we are in love and we compromise so much and
No.
we just let stuff happen.
I don't think that's necessarily
Yeah,
it.
it's not.
I
Some women
think
just-
okay. I think bad sex with a guy. And listen, guys, these are just my reasons. If why your sex is bad, because I think with men they have more reasons why they have bad sex. Okay, let's be honest. Size does matter.
Yeah,
It does matter. The motion
motion in the ocean.
Yes, that matters. And like, I hate whack sex talk. Like,
Don't even talk to me,
don't even
guys.
talk.
Wait a
Turn
minute.
around.
Example.
Don't even
That's
try.
it.
if You ain't really used to that.
What's my name?
you know,
Who is this? First of all, I
Don't
don't
ever
even
say
know. I might
that
say
to
the
me.
wrong thing. I
Just
might say,
say-
oh.
just
She said,
like,
don't ever say that to me.
Uh-uh.
Say,
If I call you the wrong name, you're gonna be mad. But
Right.
I was confused.
hey,
For us, it's mental. I don't want to have to think that hard. Like for me to get mine, I gotta think about
stupid.
sex and sex.
You
on.
better not ask me what your name is.
Right. That's like asking me. That's like asking me out of two. Don't be. That's too hard in the
you done
moment.
walked in here, you know your name.
You know who you are.
Right.
she said,
But so,
said you know who you
size,
are.
the motion, the bad sex talk,
Yeah. Lack of emotion. Women are
well,
emotional.
y'all answering my next question because my
Oh.
next question was what makes good sex good.
Oh.
Oh,
So
well,
carry on.
Size.
yeah, size, a good size.
a good size.
Normal.
Good average.
I think you just gotta bring, even if it's quickie sex, spontaneous, like you gotta have a little bit of intimacy. You gotta meet me
Yes.
mentally there.
Yes.
Like even if you just whispering like sweet nothings, or just kissing the right places,
Or you set it up. You have candles. If you that type of guy with rose petals, like set the mood.
Mm.
Set it up.
Does it matter if you're in a relationship or not?
No. I mean, well, let's talk about it because single sister girl over here, she is doing.
I'm waiting.
She is waiting.
I'm waiting.
So I guess and
it's
not a thing whatsoever. But I think that you can still have really good sex and really intimate
Yeah.
sex with somebody that you ain't in a relationship
Yeah.
I've had better single sex than I've had relationship
Wow.
with. Wait a minute.
Wow, wait a minute, sis. Hold
Yeah,
on.
Explain.
Yes. Look.
I mean, because like I said before,
Right.
like I feel like once you're in a relationship, sex like goes from number one to like number two. So like other things are fulfilling me in a relationship outside of sex. But when I'm not in a relationship, if I'm hitting you up continuously, so we hit each other up continuously, it's only because the sex is good. Like so therefore
wait a
I've
minute.
been pleased way more single than I have in a
Do you
relationship.
think it's just because there's no pressure of the relationship there?
Could be. I don't know.
But you was in a
Because-
different situation.
I mean, I was engaged. That's
But I'm just saying though, sometimes the sex. Listen, sometimes the sex is good when there's no pressure. Like there's no marriage or relationships or I'm just saying like it's just somebody like, look, we just vibe because we enjoy spending spending time together when we want to.
Yeah.
It ain't like somebody I gotta see you every day. And sometimes it's just like it's just cool.
and honestly, a lot of the times, the good peen is attached to the sorry dude. So therefore, I only want you for that one.
Come
reason.
on.
There ain't no other reason. Like,
See,
you hit me up. Why you texting me good morning?
We had
Y'all,
what a
y'all
peanut.
just keep pointing at each other.
Where?
we
because
had a
we had a
conversation.
conversation about this.
They
Okay,
said
so
that good D comes to the guys that you just
ain't
that you
trying to trust.
Ain't about nothing.
but that
You can keep it.
that you ain't gonna be with. That's when it.
Okay, so TV topic, real quick. Talking about the baby. He was on the Breakfast Club.
Oh, he was talking about. They were saying how broke sex is the best. Cause they said when it's a broke person, a broke dude, he got a lot to prove. He
That
trying to
is true.
stay around. He trying to make sure like she
He ain't
don't
got
get
nothing else to
He
give.
ain't got nothing else to give. They say rich sex is worse because
They don't.
he trying to
yeah.
stay rich. That means he
Yeah.
working, he doing everything. And I ain't saying just rich as far as money, but like
Yeah.
rich is like he financially well off and
Yeah.
he trying to make sure he keep his coins together. That's what he said. He was just saying rich says like you got too much going on.
I agree.
Okay, so back to what Deshauna said. You said that these guys are just good for sex. So these guys are not guys that you would actually pursue.
They don't have the potential now.
Wait a minute, is the potential because they know they have good D and they got options?
Like
That could
Or
be.
is it?
Or
and-
they're
and
just
and
not.
They not even trying to be boyfriend material because they know they got options. Because let me tell you something. A dude
Well,
that
she-
know he got good D, he know he got good D.
But
And it ain't
she,
because nobody done told him.
yeah, but she's saying to her, that's all it is. I wouldn't even date you. I wouldn't even commit to you.
Yeah.
You're not even a boyfriend.
Because
type
he
to
probably
me.
thotting and trotting.
But why?
Because he know he got good D. You know what they call
Yeah, they always know.
it's called BDE.
And I ain't gonna tell them they already did it
What's
before
these
me.
abbreviations?
You see,
You know what that means.
You know,
BD. What is it called?
BDE. Big D energy.
Oh yeah, I have heard of
You
that.
see when a dude can walk and you be like, yeah, you know he got BDE.
Them gray sweatpants on.
Yeah, like, and he
Mm.
might not have one, but when they walk like they got that swag like they do, yeah, you probably know.
So, okay, if we was to switch this, like men can only have sex with a woman that has good puss, but they'll never be puss. They'll never be wifey. Like you know how you have heard guys that say, "Oh, she's wifey,"
Yeah.
and "Oh, she just the homegirl, the homie." Like we cool, but like. Can that work both ways? Do you think guys
I mean,
say the same thing?
Men gonna wife a girl that's got good sex. It
Even
depends
trying to have
though.
other qualities.
I
You
don't
can't
think-
cook,
I don't
can't
think-
clean,
Yeah.
can't tie her
men,
shoes.
but men can have sex with anybody, so I don't think sex is a huge factor for men.
No,
as it
I'm
is
just
for
saying,
women.
like how you know, like she said, she don't want to be with anybody. I mean, like he might have good D and just not boyfriend material.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's different though. Like if a guy find a good girl and she got good sex and like she got them other qualities, he gonna wife her. I don't think a guy's gonna marry a girl that's got whack sex, but women will do that.
Yeah.
Because
I
we
get that.
settle.
We do settle.
We settle.
I
So,
almost
because
settle.
she was saying, like, she was in a relationship with a
Okay.
guy, and she said, love trumps the sex
Mhm.
to some women. And they love this man, and the sex might not be that good, but we settle, and they're gonna marry them. But I don't think guys gonna, like, I don't think they too quick to marry somebody who, like, she,
Could you marry
I mean,
the
it's
last
a-
person you slept with?
Could I marry the last guy I slept with? I ain't really talked to him for but so long to really get to know him, so I don't even know.
but I mean, based off of the sex.
Cause it got better, so I would say yes, cause it got better.
Because it got better.
It got better. Like I say, like when you have sex, like I with Taylor, when you have sex and you're having a new encounter with somebody, you have to learn that person. So like maybe the first time y'all have sex, it may not be great, but the second time is awesome because you're getting to know that person. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's how, like every time you have dealings with a man, it's gonna get better and better as you go. I feel like.
You believe it?
Yes.
I'm like Deshauna.
Because
I don't-
you
I
have to
don't-
learn the person. You have to learn their body. You have to learn what they like. You have to learn
No, they have
what
to learn
position
your
you're
body.
See,
That's always, please,
vice
like-
versa. But I'm saying like it's not
They
gonna,
have
it's
to
not
be
gonna
willing
be
to learn.
100 every,
Guys have
every
selfish
time.
sex.
That's what women do. Women will wait 3-4 times.
It's gonna get better.
It's gonna get better.
No.
Guys don't do stuff like that.
No,
they
they
gonna
don't
move.
care.
They don't care. They gonna move on.
It's always selfish sex.
Yeah, it's self.
They got theirs.
Selfish
You might not get
sex.
yours, but they got theirs.
Selfish sex.
Selfish sex.
Selfish sex.
That's that's
So
probably
y'all
what-
could marry the last person that y'all slept with.
Yeah, I could.
You said you
I
could?
think I could. Yeah.
I'm about to say I
Okay.
think they could.
Yeah, but listen to me. Do y'all believe that there's such thing as a sexual soulmate?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Woo, child. I can't even.
Like you,
Okay.
you
Ooh, and
have,
he's sorry.
you have sex.
But
yeah, he might be
he
sorry, but
is my equally yoked
Yeah.
sexually
Woo.
soulmate.
you
Okay.
feel like I can have sex with this person forever.
Forever.
Yes. Do you believe in it?
Yes.
Yeah.
and
Well, you better.
that's not necessarily. You ain't got no choice.
Yeah, right.
It
Right.
doesn't have to be yes.
Yes.
I believe it. I believe it. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah. Okay, so because Fee says she's waiting. Okay,
Mhm.
so now mind you, like, you know, you said you're single, but you're still like
I'm dating.
Dating. So how do you avoid temptation?
Boundaries.
Elaborate.
Yeah, because it's probably the reason why she doesn't do the Netflix and chill.
Yeah,
You know?
because
Yeah.
you have to, if you are trying to, let me just,
And you have, and why are you waiting?
so,
Soul ties. Okay.
Oh yes.
listen.
Yes.
Okay, so with me, I've in regards to men, I've done it all. Like I've been in, it's complicated. Like I've done that. I've experienced whole season, bottoms, hot girl summers, like all the above. Like I've been there, done that. Okay. so current season Miss Thottum, okay, and I've done that, right? So as I've gotten Taylor.
Wait,
Get out of here
okay,
now.
let
All of a
me
sudden.
let me ask you, are you waiting for like a relationship, or you waiting for marriage?
I'm waiting for a relationship.
Okay,
A serious,
I just wanted to
committed
make sure
relationship.
we clarified that.
Yeah. So, with those experiences, as you all, the listeners, know, I have a strong desire for marriage. And so, I found out that I wasn't getting that with what I was currently doing.
And so if you want,
Something different.
you got to do what?
Something different.
Yeah.
Come on.
Mm.
So I've decided to not magnify sex in the beginning. I really want to see if I even like you. I want to see if we're compatible. I want
Got
to
it.
see if we have the same values and beliefs and foundations. And a lot of times when I used to have sex too soon or whatever your time limit is, I found out that that's all he was good for was sex. Like outside of sex, he was
Right.
a whack guy. Like I wouldn't date him. Like
goals,
Shay, like you just don't, yeah. So for me in this season of my life, I want something more. I actually want a commitment. So this is my way of doing it, and it's actually been a good experience. Like I've been good.
I'm proud of you, girl.
Me too. I'm gonna be on that when it gets cold outside, but it's still hot girl summer because it's 97 degrees today.
No, but
But
listen.
when it get cold, we gonna
be
be at Bible study on Wednesdays together. okay?
Yes,
Yes. Does the weather determines that?
Ooh, child.
Listen,
She's so
listen,
stupid.
I'm gonna tell. I always praise her over that because
So
I can't do it. I'm
Okay,
gonna say
so-
that now.
Can't see you saying your flesh is weak.
Yes, very.
I know I
So-
can do it 'cause I did it in a relationship.
Yeah.
and we live together, but you know what I'm saying.
So I just wanted to read, because boundaries are very important to me. So boundaries is what it is, boundaries. So if you know that you're tempted physically,
Tempted to touch.
if you're tempted in that manner, there are just some things that you can't do.
Don't
You-
hang out
You
one-on-one.
You may can't be alone with the guy. You may can't have a
Double date.
Netflix and chill. You may
I can't get two tips.
you can't get too physical. Like you just have to create whatever those boundaries look like for you. Do that because it's really to protect yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, protect yourself.
So boundaries allow you to slow down, observe a person's behavior, and make rational, well thought out decisions. Not having them puts you at risk of being emotionally, financially, and or spiritually invested in someone who was meant to bypass you. Boundaries allow you to say yes to the right person at the right time. So
That's the truth
I thought
because a
that's-
lot of people stay in relationships because of good deed.
yeah,
I mean, like women do it all the time.
sure.
Like, they just put up with a whole bunch of BS because of that.
yeah.
Like, and sometimes you just like Deshauna mentioned, like those soul ties. Like,
Yeah, it's serious.
it is serious.
Yeah.
You just really can't.
Yeah, it literally clouds your spirit of discernment, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
I
just-
question mine all the time.
Oh my goodness. Deshauna,
She a mess. But yeah, so you just have to do what's best
Little
for
shaky.
you.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's wrap this up. It's been
Okay.
a great conversation.
It has been a very good conversation. So my TV topic is I mentioned The Bachelorette before. So there was this one couple, and I don't remember what season it was, but I think after her name was Vienna, and let me see the guy's first name. Anyway, I can't remember the guy's first name, but he was saying that Jake and Vienna. Jake was withholding sex from Vienna, the girl, and it's because of the way she kind of talked to him. Like he had issues with that. I think a lot of times we see it the other way around, where a woman withholds sex from a guy. So this is my question: have you withheld sex for reasons in a relationship? Like, have you been mad, or he's done something that you just like having a hard time dealing with, getting over? And should you use sex as a weapon like that? Because you should. I mean, they say that you put
Power in Penelope.
power in it. She
Power.
said Penelope. That's what we call them right now, Penelope.
Code word,
That's my
Penelope.
little friend.
Yeah, but like
The P.
like how do you feel about withholding sex?
I think that it's normal in a lot of relationships.
It is.
Really?
Yeah, I think it is. Like, I've done it before. I have a temper. Yeah, I do.
I
Believe
wouldn't.
it or not.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I don't believe it, but
I do.
Oh,
I
she
do.
got a temper.
She know herself.
I have a temper, and I'm a self-soother. So like if I'm frustrated, if I'm mad, there's not really anything you can say or do to
Calm it down,
to talk
yeah.
me down.
Yeah.
I have to recover, on my own. That's something I have to do.
Mhm.
And sometimes I will isolate myself.
Mm.
And isolating myself sometimes means that I will withhold. Now, I try not to do it because I'm like, okay, well, if I'm in a relationship, I have to make sure that everything is fair.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I try to make sure that no one is just being super unreasonable.
Mhm.
But I mean, it's happened before.
Yeah. What about you, Shay?
That's literally my response. A deep sigh. I definitely have done it before. So I just feel like I know I probably shouldn't do it, but honestly, you're not supposed to be having sex till you're married. So really, I should be doing it. But I've definitely done it because I know I have the upper hand.
Wow.
Yeah, I know you're gonna this.
Goes the dynamite.
And drop mic.
Drop the whole mic.
I don't think that I've knowingly withheld sex. I've probably been standoffish, and then the sex comes with me being
Yeah.
standoffish. Like the no sex comes with me. So I don't think that I've knowingly withheld it. I'm just like, if I, like Taylor, if I internalize things, which I do a lot, then I don't have nothing to say, and I don't have nothing to do, and I don't have nothing to give.
Yeah.
And that's just sex is part of it, but it's not like intentionally like, we okay, but I'm like, he acting up, so he's not getting any sex.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm done.
Yeah.
It's not petty.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's not petty. It's just like sometimes you really have to like focus on yourself sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like because in a relationship you're still an individual. In a marriage you're still an individual.
Right.
Like you may be with someone else, but you still gotta take care of yourself.
Gotta do
And
it.
so if I feel like I'm just not,
Okay.
if I feel like I'm emotionally unavailable, then just let me calm myself down. You know what I'm saying? And while I'm calming myself down, we may not be having sex, and I will make sure, by the end of my recovery that you're satisfied. But sometimes I gotta.
Yeah, because if you're in a relationship or
Handle
marriage,
myself.
right? You gotta make sure that other person is still getting satisfied and you are dealing with yourself. But I have a person that I know, a female that I know, and she has to be mentally there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like she is very mental before you get
Right.
in the mood.
Right.
Like you gotta get her there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Taylor terms, recovery, individuals first, self-soother.
Y'all should have nicknames. Taylor with the terms.
Taylor with the terms, okay?
Taylor with the
Taylor
terms.
with the
But, I mean,
education.
sex. I mean, you have a strong point. Like sometimes sex is not always physical. Like sometimes it's mental too.
Yes.
Okay.
So mental.
Sapiosexual. There are people
Yes.
who
God,
are.
you're an intelligent person.
Yeah, there are people who are attracted to
Good
intellect.
conversation.
And
Yes.
yes. If you're intelligent, they find that attractive.
Oh
And
yeah.
that's what sexually stimulates them.
Yeah.
So
Like if I can have a stimulating conversation with you.
And it's not fluff, like you're actually talking about something
Yeah.
instead of, how's your day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Credit scores turn me on. I'm gonna just say that. What's your credit score? Ooh, 800.
Ooh.
800.
That's a good credit
You
score.
want it now or later?
Oh my God.
So what's our takeaways?
Okay, yeah.
Our takeaways is communicate. Communicate what you want sexually.
If you're not satisfied.
If you're not
If you're not
satisfied,
satisfied,
communicate.
communicate.
Or even if you are, so they'll know what to continue.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Communication.
Communication is a big thing.
The
Good sex.
5 to 1.
5 to 1,
yeah.
yes. When you have issues.
When you have issues.
Yeah.
Size does matter.
So that's a good one.
And then the opposite way that they think.
Size
Bigger is not
matters.
always better.
Yeah.
Bigger is
Bigger.
not always better.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
These are some good takeaways.
And if you are trying to refrain from sex, create boundaries
Mhm.
to protect yourself.
I like what you said about boundaries though, because I mean if you in healthy relationships you do have to have boundaries.
Yes, exactly, because you can be in a relationship
But
and you're
even when you're single,
right.
Even when you're single,
boundaries
yeah.
are just as important.
Yes, like if you in a relationship and you got a mate or whoever that want to do some crazy stuff, like in the bedroom,
Yeah.
you still need to have some boundaries, cause like some people just like I ain't.
Yeah.
Look now, we're not finna
Yeah.
do all of that.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
so
yeah.
you
the
gotta
boundaries,
have boundaries
yeah.
are good. Period.
Are good. Yeah, definitely.
You know.
What else?
And then sex is not always physical.
Sex is not always physical. Sex is
Yes.
mental.
I think if you can get past that mental,
Emotional.
yes.
Sex is emotional. Yes.
And sex, like it's just it. Sometimes you need to include intimacy.
You need to include intimacy. And what is that? Into me see.
Oh my god.
Into me
Here
see.
she go.
So we got Taylor with the terms, we got Fee with the what did you just do?
I don't even
She
know.
breaks
I
down.
just break it down. Now I'm trying to make things logical for us ladies.
I don't know what the,
And
what
then
the call was.
me
with
with
the
the initials.
Uh-huh.
And Shay with
The
the
acronyms.
Penelope.
I mean, it's a little nickname, you know.
All right, so let's go to My Ear to the Street. So there is a open mic event at Explicit. Is it Explicit or Explicit Lounge?
Explicit.
Yeah.
That's like on Moorhead, right?
No, that's
It's
right.
in the
At
in the
Music
Music
Factory.
Factory. So it's every Thursdays. It's free before 8 and $5 afterwards. But it's just a live open mic type of feel. It's poetry, live music, live band. Anybody can come up and sing or do whatever you want. It's every Thursday at Split Lounge. It's a really good event.
Okay.
So
All
yeah.
right. Thanks, Fee, for the ear on the street.
Yes.
Yeah, we have really enjoyed this conversation, and we're hoping that these listeners took something from it. Or
We
whatever.
were very honest though.
Yeah, very
Yes.
honest or whatever. So y'all make sure y'all listen. Follow us on all social media platforms. And this is Kenya.
This is Fee.
And this is Taylor.
We're out.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining.